Here's Craig Button to talk about this unbelievable Game 1 comeback victory by the Vancouver Canucks, 5-4 over the Oilers last night to take that 1-0 series lead. It was interesting, Craig, because Stuart Skinner after the game said, we definitely gave that one to them. Would you concur?
I would not concur with Mr. Skinner. I think that this is a game where Rick Tocchet can be so proud of his team because it was a gutsy playoff win. Since the beginning of March, Rick has been trying to get instilled into his team that playoff hockey is a different animal than regular season hockey. Talks about the close area battles, finding a way to get to the right position, finding a way to win a puck, wall battles. And when the team falls behind 4-1, you got to find a way to battle back into this game. That's exactly what the Vancouver Canucks did. They were full marks for this game. So while Stuart Skinner can say that they gave this game to the Vancouver Canucks, the Vancouver Canucks saw an opening and they took it. They earned this one.
So how did it happen? Break it down for me.
Well, at the beginning of the series, I said if the Vancouver Canucks don't find some offense, they're not going to beat the Edmonton Oilers. And when you fall behind 4-1, well, you got to find some goals, right? That's exactly what they did. But down 4-3, they started stretching the ice, and they started getting the puck behind the Edmonton players. Watch how all the Edmonton players are looking back at their net. Now Zadorov just steps in there, shoots it right off the pass. It's 4-4. And then here's Zadorov again, up to Dakota Joshua, right to the streaking Garland, and boom, just like that, what ends up being the winning goal. I mean, when you can now open up the ice and get moving, and against a good defensive team in the Edmonton Oilers, that's how you take advantage, and they did. JT Miller scored the third goal on a great setup. Interestingly enough for me, I mean, Quinn Hughes is an emotional barometer of this team, but the heartbeat players on this team, JT Miller, third goal. Zadorov, fourth goal. Connor Garland, the fifth goal. So when I say it was a determined effort, it was a gutsy effort by the Vancouver Canucks, it was also led by a lot of their gutsy players. And certainly when you watch how they came back in this game, Rick Tocchet says, we're comfortable playing in a 2-1 game. You can be comfortable playing in a 2-1 game? I don't think you're winning 2-1 games against the Edmonton Oilers. They fell behind, not the way you want to play it, but they found a way to get that offense, which was really, really critical to the victory.
Now, the Oilers are up 4-1. Now, we saw Leon Draisaitl leave in the second period for about 8 minutes. He comes back after the game. Oilers head coach Chris Knoblauch said he was cramping. Now, the entire team might have been cramping in the third because they only had 3 shots in the third period, Craig. So talk to me about this. Great defensive play, or does Edmonton need to be more determined offensively?
Both. The two things can be true at the same time. So after the first period, the Edmonton Oilers had 10 shots on goal. They went 36 minutes where they only had 4 total. They ended up with 3 in the third period after they were like kind of in that mode with the empty net. Oh, we got to get a goal here. Bottom line is that the Vancouver Canucks are a really strong defensive team. They showed that during the regular season. They showed that in the first round series versus Nashville. And they showed it again in this game versus the Edmonton Oilers. So when you consider how good the defensive play was, critically important, because when Edmonton has a 4-1 lead, you know, now Vancouver you're not getting anything more, and that becomes really important. But I thought the Edmonton Oilers also stopped. I talked about Rick Tocchet, the battles. I thought they stopped taking the initiative. And the initiative isn't about trying to make the score 5-1 or when it's 4-2 making it 5-2. It's about making sure that you're not giving up ice. It's making sure that Connor Garland doesn't have a free pass. It's about making sure that we're going to take the middle away so Zadorov can't make that long stretch pass. We're going to be aware of what's behind us. I thought that the Oilers really lost some detail in their defensive play. And defensive play doesn't just start in your defensive zone. It starts in the offensive zone. It goes to the neutral zone and into the defensive zone. I thought they really lost purpose and initiative to too great of an extent, because when you're up 4-1, you can just play a really good, positionally strong game and just say, okay, we're not going to get beat here. You're going to really have to do it. But I thought that they took their foot off the gas pedal, and then certainly the Vancouver Canucks put their foot on the gas pedal and took full advantage. So both those things, Vancouver taking the initiative and good defensive play, and the Oilers backing off.